like a job for Nikkeijin Rika! この仕事は日系人リサにどうぞよろしくお願いします。こんにちは、日系人リサと申します。どうぞよろしくお願いします。今日のトピックは日系人ビザ問題です。イエーイ。Lisa this. I am an American Japanese citizen, and I'm going to be speaking today, particularly for those of you that are from America or from Canada. There is such a thing called the Nikkeijin visa program in Japan, where you, if you are a nisei or a sansei, which means if you're second or third generation, your mom or your dad or a parent was born in Japan and or even extended to a grandparent, including your partners and your dependent children, can apply for this Nikkeijin visa program, which also is called the Child of Japanese National Program. And so I recently got my在留資格認定証明書。これです。よく受け取りました。So this is what that looks like, and I've covered up all my stuff so you don't stalk me. This is called a COE, or Certificate of Residence. This is what the step that you waited 6 weeks for or longer. They say between 1 and 3 months to get this piece of paper. And it's on, some cardstock, not semi-cardstock. It's an important document. It's one of the steps required for you to get your Nikkeijin visa. This is not the Nikkeijin visa yet, but I've been waiting for this for 6 weeks. So this is really exciting. At first I was really excited when I got it. Then I saw that it says my status, child of Japanese national, and then it says 1 year. So this whole process took me about to complete. I turned it in on October. So the whole process from initial thought to research to actually turning in my visa application took 4 months. So give yourself enough time, because it takes a long time to really get to know and then figure out how your strategy. Do you speak Japanese? Do you have a good friend who's going to do the talking for you? Where is your family? Are you in good terms with your family? How long will it take you to get to a point of workable terms with those family's members so that they can cooperate with you? So in my situation, I haven't been to Japan in 28 years, so it's a really long time for me to be like, hey, Itoko-san. And I haven't really spoken Japanese well enough in order for me to write letters to them, but I'm finally at the level where I can do that. My 55% Nihongo included studying a formal Japanese letter in which I asked my family members for their cooperation, and that I promised that I wouldn't be requiring any financial support, because that's the American way. The American Nikkeijin way is totally independent, especially after the age of 30, right? I'm 40 years old, so I'm not trying to ask my mom, who's retired and not even working, or my sisters, for that matter, for financial backing, nor am I trying to ask my cousin, who I haven't spoken to in 28 years, for any kind of financial support. I'm here completely on my own. I found out about every single thing that I'm doing here on my own. Nobody helped me. My family did, the necessary steps, which you have to at least have those necessary steps, which are their cooperation. Because you're going to need their family records in order to qualify for this visa and prove that you are a Nikkeijin, right? So my mom and I don't really get along, and she just recently came to Japan and decided to antagonize me this whole trip, but she did agree to go get her koseki tohun from her little inaka, her hometown of Ehime-ken in Yawata Hamashi. So she had to go to the city hall of Yawata Hamashi and request for her koseki tohun. And she did that for me, which was nice, but she didn't want to take me with her to go any romantic, nostalgic visit to the inaka. She said, no, I'm going by myself. You can't come with me. You have tattoos. So me and my tattooed self, I stayed in Osaka and I waited for her to Federal Express me the koseki back when she got back home to the United States, where she has lived for 50 years. She prefers America, actually, and then it's not that I have a preference of what I like better. I mean, right now I love Japan. Japan is, I'm moving here. I want to live here for 3 to 5 years. I see it happening. It's so easy. I spent 10 years in LA, easy. The time just flew by, so I'll easily spend that long or more here in Japan. It's a great place for me to be. But that's because my vibration is high. I want to be here. I want to learn the language. Every day I study. Every day I watch something on YouTube. I'm studying on the train. I want to really immerse myself in this culture, because it's been a dream intention of mine since I was a kid, because I came here when I was 12 and I hung out with my grandpa. And I never saw him again after that, but it imprinted a cultural memory for me. So, それ Nikkeijin Risa desu. So I wanted to tell you about the Nikkeijin visa program if you didn't know about it already, and I wanted to create a small community with my blog Nikkeijin Mondai, because when I found out that such a visa existed, I was completely ecstatic. Some friend of mine actually just told me there's such a visa called Child of Japanese National, and from that point on, I started researching on Gaijin Pot and just finding out all there was to know about the Nikkeijin visa. And as I've gotten to the point where I get my Zairyu Shikaku Nintei Shomeisho, there isn't a video on YouTube about what happens after this. So I went all the way back to the Shinagawa immigration office because it's really hard to get the right answer in English like I said, in Japanese immigrations. But when I go there in person, they do have a ticket. You pull a ticket and they'll actually sit and do in-person consultations with you. So I prefer that. Actually, it does take an hour on public transportation to go from my house to Shinagawa, but you'd rather get the right, totally sure that you're getting the right answer, at least from one person. It might change to the next person, but you don't want to be guessing and using your, your not perfect language skills to figure out something that's super important, like your visa situation. So I go all the way down there and I take a number and I make sure that I get my question answered, because I don't want to be denied entry to come back to Tokyo in January. I'm planning to go home for a month, move out of my apartment that I'm subletting in Los Angeles, and get rid of as much as I can and bring over more that I can, because now I have 2 more bags that I can bring from California to Tokyo. So I think I take the COE, to the Japanese consulate in Los Angeles, and they are supposed to, I know it's Christmas and everything, and Oshogatsu, but I mark down all of their holidays, and I should be able to get a stamp. I start to feel like it should be easier to get a visa in the U.S. than it is in Shinagawa. I don't know why. Demo. I feel like that's probably what's gonna happen. All right. Nikkeijin Risa! Bye bye!